Joshua Ruskin, and today let's talk about money. I've had a few friends ask me just to kind of help them with getting themselves financially independent and do well in the stock market and just how I invest. So I thought I'd do a small mini series about how to do investments and how to make money. So let's begin. I'm going to start fairly simple. Let's go over the basics and then we'll dive into the more advanced topics in the later videos. So just to get started, I wanted to address sort of, two big mindsets that I feel are detrimental for people to have if they do care about building up net worth and building their wealth. So the first is that money is the root of all evil. People say that all the time. If you feel that way, you're going to obviously try to avoid money. You're going to feel it's something that is bad that you're going to want to rid yourself of. You should not feel that way if you want to actually have money, obviously, and money is good. There's a better saying I like a lot more, and that is the lack of money is the root of all evil. Money, all it is an exchange. So if I like something, a product or a service, I can exchange, what something else of value to them. But back in the day, if I really wanted someone's pie, let's say, and I had pigeon, and I valued their pie, but they didn't value my pigeon, we couldn't do a trade. But with money, that allowed anybody to exchange value, even if someone else didn't value what I thought was valuable. So it's just, think of it just exchange of value. Money means you've added value to the economy. So the more money you have, just think that you've added more money to society, or more value to society by you having money. So that's how I like to look at it. Again, a lack of money means a lack of value. If there's lots of money, that means there's lots of value being created. So money is good. It's just you just adding value. That's how I recommend you think about money in that regard. Second, people say money can't buy happiness. That is not true. There's definitely people that have lots of money that are not happy. That is certain. But there's been lots of studies on this, and the best one I could bring up was in 2010. Princeton did a study. And money does indeed buy happiness, although in fairness, there's a cap at $75,000. You can no longer buy more happiness, and at some point, there's even studies that say that it goes down after a lot because it's lonely to have lots of money and no one else, to have that with you. And usually those people are very high performers, business owners, so there is studies even to show that making lots of money, your happiness goes down. So let's just not just think we want to make money and it's a never-ending journey and cycle. No, there's a goal, and the goal is $75,000 or more, and you can't max that portion of your happiness out anymore. The best ways, for money again to be happy, as we're talking about money and buying happiness, the two best ways to get happy with money, not just with money, actually happy in general. The first way to get happy is to give, and so money can obviously help you give. And there's been a lot of studies on this, but the best study I remember was they took people in a coffee shop and said, "Hey, here's a free, certificate for a free coffee." And everyone was pretty happy, right? So people buy their coffee and they're happy, and that's great. And they record it, and indeed their happiness jumped up. However, when they gave another example, they said, "Hey, here's a free voucher for a coffee, but now you have to give it away. You have to give this coffee to somebody else." Now you would think that obviously people that got that free coffee for themselves would be happier than the ones that were given a free coffee but not for themselves. They had to give it to somebody else. It was not true. The people were much happier having given the coffee away. And this goes, they did this, again, this measured it like weeks later. People that got the free coffee, no increase in their happiness, but it was measurable still giving it away. And there's lots of studies about this, but giving your money away is ironically, funny enough, we're talking about making money, giving it away is the number one way to be happy. The second biggest thing that makes you happy is experiences. So most people spend their money on materialistic things. And the reality is it does make you happier. There is a solid spike, but it goes back down, it flattens. And then for you to get that extra spike again, you have to keep buying more things, like almost like a sugar high. And so I think what ends up happening is people get in this trap and this rat race of materialism, and they just keep having to buy things to maintain that happy sugar high that they have. And that's why people love to go shopping so much. But again, it's very temporary, and it doesn't last. So the ones that last are giving and experiences. So that's what I recommend for you to be happy and maybe to encourage you to make money is to give it away and to do fun things, travel. So let's now talk. Now I've kind of explained to you why it matters, right? Like hopefully I've convinced you that money does matter. It can, give you happiness. And if you want, and if you want to be all, money's root of all evil, then give it away. It'll make you more, even make you happy as well. So now that I've convinced you that money is important and that it does lead to happiness, let's go talk about just the general gist of how to actually accumulate wealth and to get more money. There's really only 3 steps you need to generate wealth, and that is earning money, saving money, and then investing it. I'm going to go into why it really matters is saving and investing, because all earning does is kind of determine your lifestyle. Saving and investing really determines your wealth, your net worth. So actually, ironically, earning is the least important factor of all these 3. But the goal of this whole webinar and the goal of trying to teach you guys about money is, number 1, is to be happy, right? Like the whole point of doing this is like, if money didn't, give you happiness, I wouldn't talk about it. One is to be happy, but the other one is, like, there's a whole bunch of human needs. Tony Robbins did a great course on it, and the human need that I find the most is freedom, and it's one for everybody, right? That's my biggest one. Might not be yours, but everyone has a desire for independence and for freedom. Money can indeed buy you financial independence, where you don't have to have a boss. You can choose your own destiny, and that leads to choices. Choices change the whole game. There's a whole study about this, about like just even giving someone a choice. If they chose A over B versus just giving someone A, people really feel better about where they're at if they have a choice to make. So if you have no choice but you have to go to work every day from 9 to 5, then you don't feel as excited about the fact that you could retire, you could choose another job. You have financial freedom, but you chose that job and you chose to give at 9 a.m. When it's your choice, you feel much better about what you're doing. So I want to give you guys choices, so that when you guys are actually choosing what you want to do, that's not just like, oh, I have to go to a job, I have to work at 9. You choose to, because you're financially independent and you're free. So that's the goal of this series. I'm really excited to get into this with you guys. Hopefully it's going to be a good overview of why this matters and why this should be important to you, and just an overview of where we're going to go with this. And then I'll see you guys next video when we talk more about money. All right, take care.